beautiful people. It's Love Dilla. I'm gonna take you on a tour of the art door. Hi, Fender. While I take each piece off, I wanted to talk a little bit about it. I've mastered responsibility and day-to-day tasks. Tasks. What's actually most difficult to me and most difficult to a lot of people is the practice of creativity. But when it comes to creativity, there are really no rules, and I think that could be really daunting as fuck. Let's be real. Like, you could kind of think of anything you create as like fiction or nonfiction, just like books. Like, it's either you're drawing from something in life, or you're drawing from something in your imagination, or you're combining the two. Hopefully this inspires like someone watching, you know, to just like create. Even if you don't know what to create, like, make time for it. You gotta just try. So here's me just trying. So the first art coming off the wall is from my niece, my goddaughter. Every time her and her sister come over here, they're 4 and 7 years old, they always want to draw. Like, that's like the first thing they want to do. They want to pull out the colors, they want to draw. I also get to draw with them sometimes. I'm into like graphic design and illustration and like fonts and stuff, so I think it was really cool she made this. These two are also by our nieces. So there's Jupiter, our black cat. Look at the pose, look at the eyes, look at the trunk. There was a period of time where me, our little nieces, and Cherry Butt, we were super into playing Grow Garden. And so you'll see like the fruits here, and I think animals that she would get too. This is the most beautiful poem made by my lover. I asked her, what makes you feel like enough? And she thought about it for a while. And then one day I seen her start making something, and I was like really excited to see her making some art. So I'm gonna read it to you. Isn't it wonderful? A world where you can create your reality, make art or chaos or destruction or love. Ecstasy when you realize that your existence never ceases to move forward, and that you can overcome obstacles deemed impossible to navigate until someone that loves you comes along and grieves with you all the parts you've always hated about yourself until you no longer do. Oh, what? This poem was in response to the question, what makes you feel like enough? And I'm going to try my best to show it here. But the first word of each line spells out, I am enough. Dog. We have another one by our niece of the cats. We have 3. This is Jupiter, this is Venus, and this is supposed to be Fender. But in a fit of rage, Jupiter tore Fender out of the picture. So, you just enjoy these cats. And it says meow. This rainbow is by Emerald, or Emmy, or Nini, as we call her. And I thought it was super cool when she was drawing this, because she would draw and then she would refer to the door. And she was like really paying close attention to the door. And I was like wondering what she was looking at. She was matching this rainbow with this. There's love in all of these art pieces. In my time of creating art, I've definitely realized my style, which is really cool too, because that also helps guide me. It makes the uncertainty that is creativity have a guideline, because the more that you create, the more you realize your style. And my style is very bold, lots of colors, and I really enjoy making these mandalas. This is my multimedia pho bowl. This piece is called Pho Love. And okay, the story of this is when it started to get really cold here, I was just craving pho like all the time. And sometimes I couldn't get pho, you know? So then I was like, what better way to manifest pho than to create an art piece, like a super intentional art piece about it. And I put so much time and attention into all the details in this piece. Like I have the mint, sriracha, hoisin, not cilantro, basil, jalapenos, bean sprouts, and the noodles and the broth, of course. And then I made this really cool bowl too. This is an expression piece. I was feeling pretty down when I was making this, and I was like, I need to just make art right now. You know, using like the colors that I was feeling. And the text says it's getting awfully crowded in here. And Another Cat by Emery. This is another quick doodle by me, doodle in color. I use alcohol markers. I just love making pieces like this. One of my original creative expressions was graphic design. So this is a graphic design piece by me. It says, much to see to today. And then there's a checklist and it says, live, laugh, and love. And that's Jupiter. It's like, really, what else is there to do but to live, laugh, and love? I left love unchecked because there's always more love to give, whether to yourself or to others. This one means a lot because it wasn't created here in this house. It was created by Emerald at her place. She said, that's me, that's you, and that's Cherry. It's sweet of you to even think of us like that. For them to take the time out of their present reality to think of you and to create artwork of you, it's a big deal, dude. Can you tell me what you see? There's slowness, there's beauty, and then there's intention. That was on accident, but we can say it's on purpose. Another mandala by me. Relax your mind, let your conscience be free. Because I need that reminder sometimes. And then we have like a koi pond there. This by Cherry says relax. This is a cat household. This was made by me when my cat Venus was sleeping. And that's her. And then that's the rest of her body, like a portal. And this says zzz, because she's sleeping. She kind of looks like a bunny in it. Okay, do you guys know this song? Still the one I run to, the one that I belong to. That one. I gifted this to Cherry. That's us in like blob form. I'm wearing a hat that matches her body. She's wearing a hat that matches my body. This is an ode to us because she's still the one for me. And when we dress, we don't like match like head ass couples. Like we color coordinate our outfits. So that's us. Okay, this one is of Jupiter and Venus when they were still our only cats. And this means a lot to me because this was like when I first started drawing. There was a whole bunch of stuff going on in my head here. So I'll try to, I'm love. I see, stand strong when they come knocking. I done heard this line before. But I'm strength and beauty, an ever-flowing life form. Come on. I am love, the feeling, the song, the emotion. The artist. The warm cup of tea on a chilly afternoon. Or like when our cats bathe in the sun. I'm basically saying you make me feel like flowers. Oh, a lot of my art too involves flowers. When you're feeling too overwhelmed to make non-fiction art, we can call it, you could just draw from life, like I did here. Done by me with my alcohol markers. But it's giving me real like children's book vibes. With like the sun and his cute little face. This is a different version of ourselves. I'll insert the original picture here. This was gifted to me by one of my old friends named Sam. This piece of art is from way before I met Cherry. I kept it all this time because it was like kind of the universe telling me like, this is what you and your wife gonna look like. but I didn't know it then when I first got this. I just love this art for what it was, because look how gorgeous. This one is by Cherry. I think it's so cool. It kind of gives intestines. I made like a postcard. You see like surfboard, hibiscus, and it said, how's it? This is made by me again. It kind of gives like continent map type thing. This is the next one I'm gonna talk about. Look, it's covering the eye hole here, so we can still see through. Another mandala. It's like a chrome heart. 444 here. Lots of colors, and then it says, whatever will be, will be. Whatever will be, will be. Because whatever will be, will be. This was inspired by Cherry's other drawing I showed you earlier, like the intestine one. But this is like my take on it. Heart by me. I might get this tattooed one day. Done by me. I love a tree. I'll hug the fuck out of a tree. I love this kind of background, like this ethereal looking like background. If you really look close, there's like a girl in the back, her face. And she has the highlight of the background like literally lined up so perfect to her cheek. The chakras are like running down. I did a graphic design series after the chakras. So this one is the root chakra, and it says, all my needs are always met. And you see the roots here. I love fonts. I love, graphic design. Colors. And this is a great reminder. All my needs are always met. I love this one. Give time some time, dog. Last but not least. Life is good. Because truly life is. Even when you think it's not, it is. Okay? There's a bunch of like these people on there. He's walking on the letters. There's these. He's sitting there. He's posed up in there. Chilling. Life is good. The door is now, again, an empty canvas. To move on, you gotta let go. See ya.